What's up, Gemini? Let's see what the next 48 looks like for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Gemini placements. All right, you guys start off with the Magician. You got the King of Wands. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag. You also got the Four of Cups. And then you have the Eight of Swords here. All right, and then at the bottom you have the Nine of Wands. You have the Strength. You could be dealing with a Leo or have that placement. And then you've got the Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo here. Okay, let's see. Some of you guys right now feel like something or someone isn't worth your time or your effort. And so I see you pulling back your energy. With that Nine of Wands, I feel like you're just tired of giving to a situation that isn't reciprocating to you, whether this be, like I said, a person, place, or thing. And so I feel like you're just kind of keeping to yourself. You're just not even bothering to put in the time or the effort. You could have already... I feel like you've been dealing with something for maybe like 6 months to a year is what I'm picking up on. And so the energy just really feels like you're done. And you could be doing this just to see if the situation changes, like if you're dealing with a person, to see if they'll come forward and put more effort. If this is like a job situation, maybe, you know, you're not picking up as many shifts, or maybe you're not as available. So I just feel like you're doing your due diligence by just kind of removing yourself and focusing on other matters at this time, okay? So I do feel like you guys will be pulling back from a person, place, or thing if you're not already. You also have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom here. I do feel like you should be expecting the unexpected. I do feel like good things are about to come in for you, especially if you are removing yourself from an energy that's been kind of putting you in the same cycle. Okay, so if you've been dealing with something here, like I said, for at least about a year, I'll even say 2, but I'm really just picking up like recently, like a year. I do feel like you guys are going to start to see the energy shift more in your favor now that you're not dealing so much or putting a lot of time and effort into whatever the situation is, okay? With the Magician in the next 48, I do feel like you guys are like on a creative streak here. Maybe you're getting creative with your words, you're getting creative with your routine, you're trying to get things done. I do feel like you guys are very task-oriented here. In the next 48, it does feel like there are things that need to be done, and so you're just focusing on priority, okay? For those of you that are actually creatives, I do feel like you have this spark right now, or this idea that you are going to be working towards here. But I do see a lot of building, like rebuilding. So you could have just gotten out of a relationship, so you're rebuilding a life for yourself. You could have just walked away from a job that you just didn't like anymore. So it does feel like there is new energy here when it comes to you guys doing something completely new in the next 48, okay? With the King of Wands, I do feel like a lot of you guys are focusing on yourselves at this time. It feels like physical health, right? I feel like a lot of people tend to get in shape or want to be outside more, and so they're more active, especially now that summer is officially here. So it does feel like you guys in the next 48 could just be really focusing on your fitness. With that Magician to the King of Wands, you're putting time in at the gym, you're getting your steps in, you're eating right. So I do feel like a lot of you guys, I'm hearing you're sweating, okay? So you guys could definitely be out there just kind of putting in the effort to make yourself look good, to feel good, more importantly, is what I'm picking up with that. You could be dealing with a fire sign here. If this is not a boss, this is a father figure. I feel like you're dealing with someone here. You could be trying to start a business with family, like a family member, or maybe like a father figure. Someone here could have been like, hey, Gemini, like, I like the way you work, or I like the way you think. What do you think about collaborating? So you could have something new on the horizon coming in for you guys, or it's like the first day of something here. So it could be like your first day on the job, could be your first meeting about a business you're starting or collaborating with, okay? 4 Cups, some of you guys, I feel like you're getting I'm hearing disturbing news, but it's not like, I'm hearing it's not graphic, it's not like somebody died, it's nothing like that. It just feels like someone here is out of character, and so you could be hearing something that just really kind of rubs you the wrong way if you weren't already rubbed the wrong way to begin with, okay? I feel like you guys could have sent out a message and either you're not getting a reply, or it feels like you're just not really getting much of anything, okay? So to you, you're just kind of like, okay, so much for effort, so much for trying to make this work, so much for whatever, you know? So I do feel like you guys will be getting some sort of like disappointing message here in the next 48. I feel like if you're dating someone, like newly dating, they could be breaking up with you. I don't see you heartbroken about it though. So it's like a new energy. It just feels like a quick kind of like, damn, that sucks. And then you move on. Okay. And then lastly, you have the Eight of Swords here. Some of you guys are in your head about a person, place, or thing in the next 48. Especially if whatever this disturbing news is to you, I feel like it's something you can't stop thinking about. If you went looking for this information, I feel like you kind of walked in on that. You know what I mean? It's like if you're at that part of your healing where you haven't completely healed from a situation, if this is a love thing, I do feel like you need to give yourself some time before you actually put yourself in the brunt of getting even more hurt. Okay. So I do feel like if you kind of have been spying on someone or you've been digging for dirt, I feel like you found something and it's kind of like, well, what were you expecting? You know what I mean? Outside of that, I do feel like you guys are genuinely in your head about what's to come, right? Like, especially if you're walking away from this energy or the situation. And like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, you've got nothing but good things that are going to be coming in for you guys. So this is just about removing yourself physically from the energy and then start on this new path of energetically removing yourself from it as well. So, you know, trying not to think about it so much, trying not to talk about it so much. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you guys on the next one.